Hello everyone and welcome to yet another gripping episode of the Britshaver Shaving Channel with me, John Newton. It is the weekend, it's Sunday and it's the middle of the day, and as you can well see, I seriously need a shave. I really do. And we're going to have a set of products that I haven't used before. And the mystery product, well, it's not really mystery. Let me start off by showing you the aftershave that I'm going to be using. And this is a really unusual one. It's made by a firm called Edelstein in Italy, and I bought this in a knife shop of all places in Italy while I was looking for my shaving brush. And it was really unusual. I gave it a sniff and it's got a really unusual and fresh smell to it, and it's got this really velvety feel to it, as you can see, there's none in the bottle. There was 400ml when I bought it, and this bottle has a serious fault. It looks fine in the shop, it looked perfectly okay until I got it back to the place, my mother-in-law's place in Italy, and then I packed it in the luggage, and as I was laying it down, all the aftershave started dripping out, even the top full on. And so I sealed it up with wax and with cling film and with plastic bags and with gaffer tape, and when I got home there was this much left in the bottle. So I do have some left which I'm going to use. Luckily none of my clothes were damaged or anything like that, because it had been sealed in a couple of plastic bags with gaffer tape on it. So that bag was full of aftershave. It was a bit messy dealing with it coming out. So I do have some of it left. Trying to get hold of some more of it because it's really nice, but the firm that makes it is not answering me. so I'm going to be using my Amiga brush, which has been bathing gently in some warm water for literally like a minute, so not a big deal. And going back in time, I'm using my 1960s Gillette superspeed safety razor. I think it's 1968 if I remember correctly. It's a bit wet at the moment because I just gave it a good rinse and clean just before I used it. And I'm going to be using a Personna razor blade, which I never used before. It's Personna Platinum. That's what the card looks like from the box, and that is how it's wrapped. So let's just unwrap it so you can see it's a brand new blade. The paper is not stuck to it like a lot of blades seem to be stuck to the paper, and we just place it in here. Now I need two hands to do this. I've tried doing it with one, that just didn't work. Now last time I used this, it was very uncomfortable until I adjusted it again. So let's see if we can make sure that the blade is in there properly. It looks dead flat to me. What do you think? I'm going to close it down, and I've got it set on number 6. Is that at the moment? So let's just change it back down to number 5. There it is. And put the close the doors, set the doors to manual, or is it to automatic? I don't know. Do I look like I could be an airline attendant? No. And the shaving cream is the Proraso, as they say in Italy. There you go. Never tried this before. I believe this is scented. It's got no paraben, no silicone, no mineral. It's all in Italian on the back of there. So there you go. If you're wondering why I go to Italy, it's because my wife is Italian and my mother-in-law is of course Italian. Now I don't want to make you jealous, but I'm just going to tell you that Proraso in a tube of that size in an Italian pharmacy is €2.50. Yes folks, €2.50 in Italy in a standard ordinary pharmacy. In the supermarket I went in there and I think it was marginally cheaper, but we were buying some other stuff at the same time. So there you go, 150ml standard size tube, and let's have a sniff. Doesn't smell of anything there, but I'm sure it will in a minute. So let's get going. Take the brush out of the bowl and put it to one side. Drip it off. Get rid of some of that water. I could do with another camera facing down really, but we're not going there yet. Let's get the tube of cream. I've got a couple of hard soaps coming, and one of these American black standard razors should be coming next week with a bit of luck. It's my Turkish shaving bowl. Put a little splodge in there. As I said, I've never used this before, I don't know what it's like. That's what I've put in there. See how it goes with that much in there. Good thing about the tubes, I think, is that it doesn't leave them open to the air. You know, you're squeezing out a little bit of cream, and of course no air gets trapped on top of it. So in theory it should last longer. Don't know whether it will or not, but if I really like it, it won't last very long at all, will it? So let's just get the brush, put it in the bowl, and let's see how we go. I think this is about my third or fourth use of the Peachy Amiga brush. I'll put the model number in the description. My feeling is that needs a little bit more water, so just get a few drops of water out the sink and put it in there, not very much at all. Do I like this bowl? It's not really doing anything exciting, I just really like the look of it. It wasn't expensive, it took quite a while to come from Turkey. Just pleased that it arrived, really. A little bit more water, what do you think? Certainly making an interesting noise in the bowl. So that's what the lather looks like. That's what the inside of the bowl looks like. It's supposed to be sandalwood. I don't know. I can't smell any distinctive scent there. Maybe that's me. Maybe my nose has stopped working. I mean, it is Sunday. Maybe it's having a holiday, you know. Anyway, so let's wet the face. And apply some shaving cream. I've heard no seagulls today. It's quite warm, so maybe they're fishing today. They tend to come in and make quite a lot of noise if it's cold and wet and rainy. Why they do it in town, goodness only knows. Oh, I know, because it's easier to get food in town than it is at sea when it's stormy. Well, if this has a distinctive scent, I'm not really smelling it, so I don't really know enough Italian to read the ingredients in depth, and there's no English on this box. So I'm going to put a little bit more water in there. To me that seems okay. Seems like a decent lather to me. I didn't have to try too hard. Perhaps it needs a little bit more water in it. First of all, is there a bit of menthol in there? I'm not really sure. maybe there is. Lots of Italian stuff. Oh, oil of sandalwood, it says it's got in it, so I just can't smell it. And it does feel it's like got a little bit of menthol on it. It's got a slightly cooling feeling. I'm not very keen on menthol, so if it has a strong menthol, it'll probably have to come off. But it seems to be okay at the moment. Don't panic. And here it is, the 1968 razor. So set to number 5. Let's hope it's alright, eh? Warm it up in the sink a little bit. Here we go. Personna razor blade seems reasonably smooth and quite sharp at setting number 5. Trying to speed up a bit. I realise I'm a bit slow when I'm shaving. So I think when I first started doing these shaving videos I was a bit tentative. When I first did my first few shaves I used to get quite sore. But now I'm not putting any pressure on the razor, I'm letting the blade do the work. I don't get that soreness anymore. I don't know whether you can hear that, it's quite noisy, this blade and razor combination. Seagulls have started making noises in the background, of course. I have memories of sandalwood incense as a teenager when we used to go to parties at university in a house share, and in this house where there was about 11 students living, sandalwood was the scent of the day. It was the 70s. So it always has memories of me and not necessarily good ones. I was a tormented teenager, can't you tell? Okay, well, first pass. I think we're going to have a little bit more water in there. Yeah, that's better. Nice and wet. Let's have a little bit more shaving cream up there, shall we? Yeah. If anybody knows of a decent barber in Margate, I don't have to drive 30 miles to go to a barber, please put it in the comments. Because I want to have a haircut, and the last haircut I had was like, I mean, I don't mind a quick haircut, but it took 8 minutes, and they shaved behind the head with a cutthroat razor and I was bleeding, and then they kind of burnt my ears with some stuff, and I haven't got a problem with Turkish shaving, but it was all very rushed and rough and ready. I prefer if they're going to cut your hair, 12 minutes. It's a good length of time, I think. Well, I'll be honest with you. Setting number 5, Personna blade feels a little bit harsh, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Let's see if we can go against the grain, shall we? Let's see what happens. think you can, providing you don't press. And this is the side of the neck where I have to go in several different directions. So. I think I might think about turning this down with this blade in. I've nicked myself. First time in a long time I've nicked myself. And I can't even tell, so maybe that was just a spot that I didn't spot. Haha! Let's turn it down a little bit, shall we? Let's turn it back down to 3. Okay, number 3. And we'll do the final pass. Be quite careful around my mole. There's a scene out of one of those comedy films. You know the one. Put it in the bottom there where the main actor goes mole, mole, mole. That little nick is annoying. It doesn't hurt at all, by the way. First time I've nicked myself on YouTube. Hey, let's have a clean off. And because I've got a little neck, I'm going to get the alum out. And I have overdone it in a little area on my chin, which is just here. That stings a bit. Let's see if that stops with the alum, that little nick. See, none of us are perfect. Sometimes we get a bit over enthusiastic. Let's dry the stone. Just spotted a little bit of hair that needs a little bit more attention. It is very hot here today, much hotter than normal, so probably my skin is a little bit more sensitive than it normally is. Well, I just set the razor, I was a bit careless or whatever. It's not the blade, it's not the shaving cream, it's not the razor, it's the person operating it. What a lovely sound that sink makes, eh? I don't like looking at the dirty water. That's the fact. Right. That is it. Yeah, there's another nick there. Oh, goodness sake. Good Lord, John. What on earth are you like today? let's put a little bit of alum on there as well. Really, I wasn't putting any pressure on it. I was just being really careless. And my skin is very hot. The shaving cream, very cushiony, didn't feel anything at all, which is probably why I nicked myself. Let's have a little bit of this shaving aftershave lotion, what's left of it. So I'm just trying to get some of it out without it all going all at once. Okay. Oh. Really interesting aftershave. It's quite potent. It's got the thing I liked about this aftershave lotion, as I said, is it's got a really velvety feel to it. So hopefully I'll be able to get some more. But in the meantime, I've still got a little tiny bit in the bottom of the bottle. In the bottom of the bottle that I decanted it into. It's about this much. Anyway, so that was a Personna razor blade, wielded quite badly today, I think, with the 1968 razor. I think number 5 was just too much, or my skin was too warm, or I did something not quite right. Of course, the Amiga Silvertip number 617, I think it is. They call it Peachy in America, and the Turkish shaving bowl, and my mysterious aftershave, of course. Hope you've enjoyed that shave. I certainly did. We'll see you in a couple of days time. Please comment, subscribe, share, and like. Oh yeah, those 4 things, they're really, really good. And we'll see you soon. Have a really great weekend. Bye for now.